I think they're after something that feels local, is serviced, but also gives them flexibility.
There seems to be a number increasing of high net worth individuals. Why do you think that is the case?
I think it's similar to a lot of industries. As industries evolve, you get mergers and acquisitions, concentrations of power, and I think the same is happening globally on an individual level. As people accumulate wealth, they're able to then buy further assets and leverage those assets, and hence the significant increase in the overall wealth of high net worth individuals.
Mm. So they have a lot of money, of course, that's why they're titled in that way. But what are some of their traits, their behaviours, for instance?
Well, I think now you increasingly see high net worth individuals with local residential mobility. They live in more than one area in the world, in more than one country, more than one continent. And they also have projects which don't always last that long. You might go start a new venture somewhere, live there for 6 months to oversee it, and then move on to the next project.
Quite a unique environment then. So how does the traditional market support them?
Well, I think they don't really. If you imagine coming to new cities, Geneva's a very transient city. I myself migrated here. You tend to stay in a serviced apartment. They charge on a daily or a weekly basis. You live there for a couple of weeks, and then you take a permanent home. You enter into a permanent rental contract with a minimum of 1 year and often a long extended notice period until you can leave a residence anymore. That doesn't really cater to this crowd. I think they're after something that feels local, is serviced, but also gives them flexibility.
So if it doesn't really support them then, the traditional market, that is, then how is that changing, or what is being done?
Well, our perspective at Black Pearl Capital is unique in that we cater to high net worth individuals as our owners and investors, and we're looking after their money. And in one specific case in Barcelona, we actually advised on a project that was catered to them as clientele. In this case, it's called the On-Sider. It's extended stay luxury residences. And we looked at this unique situation and said, imagine you're coming to a new country, you can't feel at home, but how about if you felt like you just walked into your best friend's place? You know, it feels familiar, it feels comfortable. You want 5-star service, the right amenities. In this case, it's a historical classic building with a modern refurbishment, so you have a mix of old and new in a very upscale market. And the key distinction is that there's no guests in this place. There's no weekly or nightly rental. It's a minimum 1 month stay, and we call the guests residents because that's what they are. They're living there. They're creating the atmosphere. They're part of the culture of the building.
Okay. And is that specific to Barcelona, or does that go on a wider scale?
I think it's something that's very scalable. I think that especially the older cities in Europe don't have that distinction. And I think the ability, you know, even in Barcelona, the team there, they run a blog looking at the best cultural venues, the best nights out and things to do for the residents. So immediately when they come, they can feel at home and start becoming part of the local culture and getting to know their city. And that's something that a serviced apartment or a hotel room just doesn't offer you. And I think we'll see a lot of growth in this sector in throughout all of sort of Central Europe and especially the popular cities.
Yeah, hopefully that's a real benefit. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, Bjorn, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Be sure to keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV for more exclusive interviews. We'll see you next time.